Hi, welcome to Average Joe Live. Tonight's topic is goal setting. I'm calling it part one because I have a feeling it's going to be, well, I have a goal. It's going to be multi parts. Greetings from planet Earth to whatever planet and solar system you happen to be in. Interesting stat I looked up. So basically, goal setting is writing things down you want to do. It's not quite a to do list, but it's like a life to do list. So instead of going to grocery shopping, buying gasoline and things like that, it's I want to invest in this type of thing. I want to buy a house by the time I'm this age, something like that. So it's this Harvard study that followed up on people that had goals, like ethereal goals just in their head, were the 14%, so 1 out of 7 people that were studied who had the goals were 10 times more successful than those who had just general wishes. Oh, I want to be successful, I want to do things, but they didn't have any written goals. And then, or they didn't have any goals per se. And there's only 3%, so 1 out of 33 have written goals. And guess what? The 3% that have the written goals, in addition to thinking about them, were 3 times more likely than that 14% with just unwritten goals to be successful. So if you want to be successful, have a goal, and then to make yourself 3 times more likely. So that's a 30 times multiplier. 10 on the first one, just having goals, and 3 times more successful based on having a written goal. You should write it down. So I'll go through a few things here. So there's 5 golden rules that I've often heard. So kind of set goals that motivate you, things that are big, not like, not talking down to it, but like, I want to mow the lawn. It's like, those are maintenance tasks. I'm talking bigger life goals. So things like, I want a second home, I want to do such and such, whatever your personal goals are. But it has to be for you. If it excites somebody else, guess what? They're going to do it, not you. So pick something that's going to get you excited. Set SMART goals, and it's SMART, which is specific. I'll probably do an individual topic on this one. So specific, a very detailed thing. Instead of saying I want a lot of money, say I want $80,000. I want it in mutual funds. I want gold. So you list it. Your brain goes, I think I get to start on that. So specific, measurable. Instead of saying I want to have a lot of money, how much is a lot? It has to be attainable, so you can't say I want $80 million. It has to be something you can get to, because your brain goes, can't get there, and it's going to stop. So attainable, relevant, it's basically something that applies to another bigger goal that you have. And then time bound, I want it by this time, 5 years, 3 years, whatever.
Or date.
A date. Yeah, a date's even better. Some specific goals, I'll go over those in a later live. Measurable, attainable. 3, set goals in writing. We talked about that at the beginning. So I'll go over the reason why that's there, and we can discuss it in the comments. The physical act of writing down a goal makes it real and tangible. So instead of being up here, or it's on a paper, this is more real than my thoughts because I can see them. And then later, if I don't retain the memory, then at least I can look at the paper and see it later. So that's kind of the permanence.
And you can recall, if you have it on paper, you can recall it every time.
Right, and it won't change. And also, it says you have no excuse for forgetting about it. So it's like, hey, I wrote a goal, but where's that paper? It's like, it's here. Let's see. I'm reading through this for the first time. I may cover that specifically. So anyway, have a specific goal. I might find a goal template that I can share. But these are both, basically there's no real wrong answer. You basically have to start with what works for you, and then you revise it. It's not like I'm going to write a thing when I'm 18 years old and I'm going to follow it for 50, 60 years. You're going to update it. So the main thing is to start, and then after that you amend it, and then you say, I really want this priority versus that priority, and things may change for you, but always be working on it. And also, you want to frame your goals statement positively. Instead of saying, I'm going to, I'm going to basically have enough money to pay my bills, which is a little bit negative, but not really quite. Say all my bills will be up to date. I'll have an extra cash left over from my paycheck.
So you don't have to worry. So in saying you have enough money to pay your bills, that means that it's a negative, so you don't have. So you're telling yourself you're worrying about your bills.
Yeah, you're focusing on there might not be enough.
Yeah.
Versus saying I have plenty of money that takes care of all my bills and I have more to invest. So you're setting yourself up for not just what's on top of the hill, but what's beyond the hill to the next valley that you're going to be exploring. So make an action plan. And it says this is often missed in the process of goal setting. It's like, how are you going to get that 80,000 I mentioned previously? So, well, you probably want to start out with the first 1,000. So how are you going to do that? Maybe you got some things you could sell, certain investments. You could start doing a second job, a side hustle. So the main thing is, okay, when you get the 1,000, you don't go, I'm done. I'm walking out of here. All I have to do is do that 80 times. You want to get more efficient at it. So once you attain that 1,000, maybe you'll invest it and compound what you're doing, and you get the next 1,000. Maybe that first 1,000 is off making you money. Maybe it's 11 or 1,200 now. So you want to kind of do smaller steps. That first one takes the longest, and then things that compound on top of it make it shorter. And then stick-to-itiveness. Walt Disney had a thing. It's like the people that get things done have a quality called stick-to-itiveness, or their determination. So those 5 goals. I'll mention the Hawaii story later. Circle that so I remember. I'm going to write a topic about that one. Any questions you guys have about SMART goals or goal setting? Let me know and discuss it down in the comments. Average Joe, out. Anything, Cameron?
No.
Okay. Good night. Good day, everyone.